Okay, today is whatever day it is, 23 July 2025. This is about an Aiwa CS-200. Very poor design. Excellent tape deck, but it's only a one belt tape deck. So if where's my hand? Here's my hand. Okay. Let me move the camera a bit. There we go. Let's see if I can zoom in on this. Nope. Okay. Okay, there we go. So this is just a one belt. You unscrew this screw here and you loosen this one here, and then you can get the belt off around here. It's just a one belt deal. When the belt goes loose, let's see, I have it plugged in, right? When the belt goes loose, all right, fast forward. Okay, that's rewind, all right. This is fast forward. Fast forward, the belt has to get smaller. See how that belt moved down, right? This is rewind, it has to go bigger. And this is fast forward, it has to go smaller. So if the belt is already stretched, it's not going to work in the fast forward mode. Now here is play mode, right? Play mode, it doesn't do much. See? Play mode, it doesn't move at all. That's play mode, on, off, okay, but rewind, you got to go smaller, and fast forward, it has to go longer, right? So fast forward on most of these tape decks is always working, but the fast forward doesn't because the belt has to go smaller, but because the belt has stretched, you can't do that, all right? Now, I want to stay away from this model because it's a very poor design. Because I've already, I have already taken my little drill screwdriver and stuck it in the back of the hole here and adjusted the sound and all that. Okay, I've already done that, alright? So now I'm going to put it back together, but I want to show you why I'm going to avoid this model in the future. You can too as well. Because the tuner is on the end, but you can't see. Let's see, let me get wide out, I guess. So, okay, so the tuner is on the end. Okay. Wait, I gotta find the string for this tuner thing, because here's the little tuner thing, okay. Okay, I can't even see it. I don't have my headlight on. Catch the, okay, here we go. There it is. Now I got it, so the tuner string has to go, okay, has to go under that, and the motor fits in this hole, okay, and the wires in here are very short to work with, but I should be able to get it down in here. Let's see, I got to get this out of the way. This is one of the grounds for the tape deck right there. Get that back out of the way, okay. Then, okay, and then, as you can see, that you have to take this thing completely apart to adjust the motor speed and all that. That's just pause. Okay, now I just got to try and jam this. Wait. Okay. Those wires. Okay, there we go. It should fall in now. Well, came out of there. There we go. Now, the tuner, okay, the tuner has little wheels here, and, okay, I got it tangled up again. Anyway, the tuner is a poor design. It's got your pointer here. Okay, here's your pointer, right? Here's the pointer, right? I got it in my hand. Some little string. But what it rides on is up here. Well, you can't see that. Wait. What it rides on is this right here. But you got to take the front off, and so where does this go? This just comes off. And so anyway, it's a very poor design, okay, because normally these will have like a little track for this stuff to all ride on, but it doesn't, because this is a very not good design, okay. So yeah, so here's the thing, but I don't know, maybe my design is missing something, but all I know is I got the tape deck working great. So I'm going to put it back together, and my example is already broken, but it works, sounds great. So I'm just going to drop it back together. Okay, so, and the other redeeming factor about this model is that it has a line-in. Okay, so, and of course, the CD player is not in this room, it's in the other room. So, do I have, I do have this, right here. I can get this, which is a Freak, right? It says Freak right on there. The Sony AM/FM clear radio. It runs fast, but we're not concerned with it running fast. We're just concerned with showing you how the line-in works on this. So what you'll need is you'll need a stereo to dual 3.5 millimeter mono. Okay, that's all this is. And you take your 3.5 whatever mono, and you find these two on there. These are your auxiliary ports. This is your headphone jack, full size, 6 point whatever it is, you know, 1/4 inch jack. You plug this into here, and this into there, right? And then, let's see here. Now, we haven't, okay. This works when you jack this in. If it was in radio mode, it would play the radio. So, that's the radio mode, but there's no, let's see here, if I give it some volume, I can put the volume knobs back on, right? So let's do that, because there's nothing I can do about fixing the radio on this thing. So there's that knob, and that's the tone. Okay, this is the volume. Alright, so, yep, okay, so now the volume's down. It's on FM, but it doesn't mean anything. So now if I get a tape player, and let's make sure it works. Let's see here, does it work? Yes, it works. See it working? Okay. So we take that, we stick that into the headphone jack. Okay. We got our tape. Where'd our tape go? Here's a tape. Get the tape into the tape player. Okay. And then, now mind you, this tape player won't play correctly, but it'll play, so. So it's playing. If the radio was working correctly, you would unplug these and it would give you the radio, right? So there's the radio, right? I don't know what that is. You turn the radio off to tape, okay? And you take the tape out of your tape player, right? And you take this out of here, you drop this in here, and you can play it, okay? Oh, wait, what happened? I'm in play mode. Wait. There we go. So it looks like that. These are the controls on top, which is your stereo, mono switch, your radio, tape, tuning. It's got 4 bands. And missing the switch cap cover. This does have the complete antenna. Okay. And I do have the battery cover. Here's the battery cover, right? And that's what it looks like on the back, right? See that there, just pause it, right? And this does have the complete antenna, right? But it's not going to count on this one. The tuning knob goes here, it's over here. Tuning knob. Anyway, I'm going to put this back together and just get rid of it. Just want to show you that how it goes together, what it looks like, and why it's such a poor design as far as putting your new belt in it. It's got volume, it's got tone. Sounds really nice as a tape player, and of course you can do line-in with it. But this one's rather damaged. Got some broken bits here and such. But it sounds really nice as a tape player. So if you want to play your tapes in this, you can. But I'm not advocating for getting one of these. But this will, as I show with my demonstration tape, this will now fast forward, rewind, fast forward, rewind, okay. Stop, hit play. Yeah, so. Anyway, I've had too much fun here, so I'm just going to end this, take a picture of it, and be done with this model. So, okay, so here's my sad example. Oops, wait, I'll try. Here, let me just get the camera. Shouldn't have moved that, but okay, so here's this here, 12 minutes, okay. That's what it looks like. There's a 210 model, which we'll get to in a moment, but not in this video. Okay, so there it is. Alright, so good day, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.